Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your May 2022 reading. So I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that I have is the Eight of Wands. Well, that's action. So you're starting the month of May in action, doing moves and things like that. There's this through the month, let's say. Here I have Justice, 8 this time of Sword, and the Knight of Cups. So when you look between the 8 of Swords and the Knight of Cups, the Knight is in movement. He's following his heart. This is what I love. This is what fulfills my cup. And this is what I'm bringing to the world. Okay? Either in a romantic approach or in a creative approach, and just bringing oneself from a place of a full cup. Okay? And what we do in anything. And the Eight of Swords, well, it's more like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I am stuck. And the water is not carried like this. The water is creating mud that makes me stuck. So I'm in a mental prison. But also, if you notice, she's on the shore. So she knows that the tide is going to rise. And that's what makes that character panic even more, because she don't want to drown. Okay? But this is just a state of being. It's when we're the squirrel went crazy here in the head, or instead of just following what I feel and what is obvious in my heart. Now, which direction to take? And here I have Justice. So Justice is all about bringing balance. And maybe here we can think bringing balance maybe between the mind and the heart. Because you need it. It's going to become obvious this month. At the end of the month, you get an Ace of Wands. So you get this new direction. Under the Eight of Wands, I have the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So when you're starting the month, you're in action because you've just turned the page on something. You've just made peace with something, arrived at a beautiful state of contentment. All right, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm doing. And that's why when you arrive at the middle of the month, you have like principalities that are going to be confronting you. And that's why here we have Justice, and then the Pope, and then the Hermit and the Chariot. These are like 4 major arcanas right there. And when you look at them, this is really the reinforcement of following one's light, aspiration, cosmic consciousness and morality, and in these principalities to bring balance into our lives. So maybe your overactive mind will act up during the month, and these aspects will come to you to readjust, to say, no, I am still following the truth that is in my heart. Under the Ace of Wands, I have the Queen of Cups and the Sun. The clarity, the sun is in the water. Queen of Cups. Your intuition, your creativity, what you love, what you allow, the vibration you allow in, it's going to become obvious. And that's where you're going to get your clarity. Ace of Sword. So, and here I have the Page of Wands. So this is really what is going to set you up on that new path. Okay? So let's clarify this for you, Aquarius. So whatever was last month, the mental and emotional, energetic work that you've done is really bringing you to one heck of a beautiful, this is like a redefinition of this is who I am kind of thing. Okay, let's clarify this. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aquarius for the month of May 2022. Okay, Eight of Wands. What is the Eight of Wands at the beginning of the month, Spirit? What is the Eight of Wands? Six of Cup. Eight of Cup. So you make the decision, since you're turning the page on something, this is the decision to harmonize your heart chakra, to follow your heart, to go for more. Okay, like there's gotta be a higher emotional vibration out there. I'm leaving behind all of that and I'm going for it, and I'm making these moves from my heart. So maybe that's why, you know, the head is kind of going to make a little hey, I want to start spinning again. And it is these principalities that are going to reinforce your position. Let's look at Justice. Okay, that was quick. Justice with the Eight of Sword, Page of Sword. The understanding of balance. That's where the truth is. And that understanding is not a logical understanding. It's an understanding in the waters, in a way. Your whole body understands what true balance is all about. It might have to do, because here we have the Queen of Swords, like, ooh, you're going to look at things from a perspective of wisdom with all of this. Okay? So justice is all about the partnerships in your life. You know, it's Venus in Libra. It's the 7th house. It's making sure that things are balanced. Now I understand. And I'm looking at things from a justice. Is this fair? Is this just? Maybe before you would prevent yourself for just continuing to follow your heart, but this month you're not doing this. There's so many strong connections with these major arcanas here, that you're not in the mechanic, animalistic mechanic things. You are aligned with higher up. Ace of Wands. There's that Queen of Sword. And there's the Hermit again. Hermit. You're going to follow your light. You're going to follow your light with faith and trust, because you are following your discernment and your aspiration. Six of Swords. What did you leave behind? What did you... Oh, okay. Well, they don't show what you're leaving behind, but they're showing a Page of Cups and a Page of Pentacle, Page of Sword. I think that last month, maybe you gain an Ace of Cup, self-love, love, more intuition, Page of Pentacle, a new beginning or a new worth of any sorts. Nine of Cups. That brought you to the Nine of Cups. From the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups, you did get a cup. We have the King of Sword. King and Queen of Sword. There's your, you know, being an air sign. And here I have the Two of Cups. I think that maybe you cleared some partnerships last month that did not fit with an open heart chakra. That you were mentally imprisoned in a dynamic that did not fit with you. Doesn't have to be a romantic partnership or anything like that. Maybe for some of you. Others of you can be family member, co-worker, or even a part of yourself. But there was a mirror here that the more you grabbed love within yourself, the more you were able to turn the page and start making these moves. For some of you, it was like a new connection that brought that and allowed you to reach this point. Okay, some of you, you left, others you gained a new relationship, a new mirror maybe. Okay, let's look at the Pope. So here, your commitment, your, okay, we have the Moon. Okay, whoops. All right, so with the Pope, we have the High Priestess, the Emperor, and the Moon. That's why you need the Hermit and the Chariot. Because when we have the Moon, and there was probably like a little leftover, a little leftover of Five of Swords, Five of Cups here in the Moon. That means in your unconscious, in your feminine. Having the High Priestess and the Pope, this is really like, oh, I understand spiritually and now I'm ready to apply it in my life. And not just by my discernment and my beliefs or things like that, but also in my actions with the Emperor. I am not going to go in my head and sabotage myself because of abandonment issues or whatever. It's like you're going to be tested. Okay? Let's look at the Hermit and the Chariot. Yeah, you're going to be tested to know if you really are leaving behind the emotional baggage that doesn't serve you and are investing yourself in this new beginning. Okay? So it is kind of a test. Because in your past emotions, you had that Five of Pentacles. And that's really time to let that whole concept that became beliefs behind. Let's look at the Sun and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, Ace of Sword. Ace of Sword. You're going to get the clarity. You know, when it's something that we just understand mentally, it makes sense. We're like, yes, this makes sense. You know, the theory of this and the theory of that. Yes, it all makes sense. I understand it on a cerebral level. On a logical level, it makes sense. But every cell in my body did not understand it. Okay? But when we have Ace of Sword and Queen of Cups, Ace of Sword, Queen of Cups, that means I get the understanding and my waters understand it also. So that's when, you know, somebody says something and you've got the chills because the whole self agrees. It's the communion of your heart and your mind. So At the end of the month, it's going to be obvious within yourself. So you're dealing with all these high principalities, major arcanas, and then you get it with every cell of your body. That's when the old baggage will really be cleared. So the cells in your guts will not believe the old thing. You will not juggle anymore. You will be chariot, 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 aligned with your aspiration, with what you want to do, and all of this. So what was hindering you, there's a big, let's say, emotional baggage that you're releasing that was hindering you from your alignment, from doing what you're supposed to do, from following your aspiration. And you're the star. You rule the house of aspiration. And that's what the chariot does. He has that 8-pointed star on his forehead, and he doesn't have any reins to control his conscious and his unconscious. His mind is balanced, and he is completely aligned. And that's why when both the conscious and the unconscious are also aligned, it's a direct success. The success is like the side effect of it. But this is movement forward. Beautiful movement forward, but after a huge how do you call that? Adjustment of principalities. So I'm going to call this principalities because this is going to be the major thing this month for you, Aquarius. So on this, I'm sending you all my love and light, Aquarius. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and subscribe, please, to help grow the channel. This is very powerful for you this month, Aquarius. It's a very good marker. Yeah. So anyway, thank you also for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And new moon, I do a ceremony to give you back. I forgot to say that if you want a private reading, the description is below. There's an email, you write to me, I write to you back. And of course, I never leave phone numbers or whatever. These are like con artists sometimes and things like that. So there you go. And on this, I'm sending you all my love and light, and I'll see you next month. All right?